Welcome back for more Vampire Diaries. This is Season 3, Episode 6, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
So the pressure of your punch...
Oh, I love this.
Easy enough.
He's trading her?
It's weird.
She's so cute. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Breakfast.
Oh my god.
Michael, wake up!
She's feeding him mice?
What about Stefan? What's he up to?
Journaling, reading, shaping his hair.
Come on, Damon, I can handle it. What?
Is that the bell? Oh.
Ring! Don't want to be late.
He doesn't want to tell her.
I will see you both in history.
This is so weird. I wasn't expecting him to be at school.
So what do you mean that I can help you come
Maybe
back?
find a closet or something
Right
to
now,
talk
I
to
can
her.
Only come back. when
He's
you're
just
thinking
out in the
about it, but
open.
There is a way that I could be free of that.
So no one would be able to see her, but she would be corporeal and she could come and go as she pleased. I don't trust her.
Shut the hell up so we can go get drunk at the bonfire.
Take the showers, gentlemen.
It's so weird that he's a vampire now.
Who are you?
I'm a guy who's been assigned to protect a human blood bag. I mean, no offense or anything.
Don't you think that he would try harder to blend in, though? I love that she's training.
What are you doing?
Helping you out.
Damon!
Come on, Buffy.
Stop it!
I'll do whatever it is you need me to do, Elena. No one's gonna hurt you. Especially not my brother.
Warm in here.
We're out of daggers.
So then, preoccupy her with your charm.
Might have better luck finding the dagger.
Are you ever not gonna be mad at me, Rick?
Doubtful.
Trust me, Tyler, it's in his best interest.
Has
It's
he
not
been
in classes.
compelled?
He'll seek acceptance from his master. It's really rare, but maybe not so much in hybrids.
So how do I fix him?
Get a new boyfriend.
So sires are a thing.
You think I'm gonna let a blood addict tell me how to drink?
So she's corporeal and tethered to him. I never thought we would see Vicky or Anna ever again.
Matt's trying to resurrect his dead sister. I think I'll go deal with that instead.
I don't understand why she's jealous of a ghost. Is she pretending to get drunk to lure him? Or to trick him?
Oh, my brother's got his flirt on and I'm jealous.
I'm not jealous.
It's all right. Be
she
jealous,
is.
by all means. I'm sure Damon will be thrilled.
I messed up, Bonnie.
What?
Again.
Where is she?
There's never a fair fight between us, Damon. Remember that.
It's just casually impaled around 100 teenagers.
Everything I like about me is you.
Aww. I've got a bad feeling about them and about Bonnie and Jeremy.
I knew you'd catch me.
Did he feel something? Break the window.
It won't open!
In your hand.
Oh, Matt.
Goodbye, Vic. She's gone.
before she skewered me. Though you're too drunk to notice.
I was faking most of it.
So was I.
You're always running out on me.
You have to earn the overnighter.
I consider that a challenge.
Still worried about him. I think this is gonna go bad.
What are you doing here?
I have something for you.
What?
A little present.
We don't want any presents. You know, he really shouldn't be, like, unsupervised. He is a brand new vampire.
I don't feed on living things.
Then what do you eat?
Dead things.
Okay, if you want to be friends with Damon again.
I don't.
I think he kind of misses you.
Do you have any idea how pathetic that makes you?
No, stop. It makes me strong.
I love it.
All right, look, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, Anna.
Can we bring her back?
The problem is, I don't think I can stop thinking about you. Do you feel this?
What's going on? I can feel you. How can I feel you?
So is she back the way that Vicky was back?
Keep it up, Stefan.
It's not Stefan.
This is gonna be fun.
What? How? Before I talk about the episode, I need to work something out in my head, because I'm actually really struggling with this whole, with Stefan not having his humanity. I'm actually struggling with it because I need to talk about Buffy and True Blood, but it's not really spoilery. It's not really spoilery, but if you want to skip it, I can understand. By the way, Buffy is canon. The TV show is canon in this universe. That's really cool. The thing is, on Buffy, when someone becomes a vampire, they become a demon. They're turned into a demon and they lose their soul. And without a soul, you are inherently evil. So vampires in the Buffyverse are inherently evil. There are no shades of gray. It's very black and white. Vampires are demons and they're evil. The soul is sort of like a conscience in the Buffyverse. So if you don't have a soul, you don't have a conscience. And so they're basically psychopaths. Vampires are basically psychopaths in the Buffyverse. A vampire can do good things, but it's always for the wrong reasons. Like, it's always for selfish reasons. And it's very clear that those vampires can't be good. In True Blood, it's been like 4 or 5 years since I've seen True Blood, but as far as I remember, there's no concept of a soul on True Blood, and it's just vampires are just like people. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. There's lots of shades of gray. It's all a mixture. So that's easy for me to understand too, right? Like, some people are good and some people are bad and some people are kind of in the middle, right? The concept of a vampire being able to turn their humanity on and off, I'm struggling with that. I know we're in the 3rd season and I'm still struggling with this concept. First of all, with Stefan right now, he's been compelled to turn his humanity off. So sometimes I think that he, like when he caught Elena, I thought, like they had a moment there. Was that just her? Or did he feel something? And they set up with Caroline's dad, they set up the concept that you can resist compulsion. And when Klaus was compelling Stefan, it seemed like he was resisting it to a certain extent. So is that what we're working toward? Like Stefan being able to like break the compulsion or something like along those lines? I'm not really sure. When somebody can turn their humanity on and off, it reminds me of Data from Star Trek The Next Generation, which is one of my favorite shows. And Data is one of my favorite characters ever. And he has this emotion chip. So he can literally just turn his emotions on and off because Data is an android. That's kind of what I have in my head that the vampires are doing, that they're just turning the switch on and off. But that's not the case, right? Like it's not so easy to turn the switch on and off. And once you turn it off, it's more difficult to turn it back on. But I guess the fact that it's a choice, it's something that they can choose to do. Whereas in the Buffyverse, you don't have a choice. You just don't have a soul. I guess I am just really struggling with responsibility. Because if you voluntarily turn off your humanity and then you do terrible things, you're responsible for those terrible things that you did because you chose to turn off your humanity. So all of the things that Stefan was doing, and I know that he had this deal with Klaus, I know that he saved Damon's life, that he was protecting Elena. I understand, but there seemed to be a part of him that was enjoying all the bad things that he was doing in the first few episodes. So there's like arguments and stuff in the comments like, well, so-and-so had their humanity off. And to me, because it's a choice to turn off your humanity, that's not an excuse. That doesn't make it okay. But when we were introduced to these characters, these brothers, my impression was that when you become a vampire, you lose your humanity. You turn your humanity off. And Stefan had learned to overcome his vampiric nature, and he got his humanity back. Like Stefan was able to retrieve his humanity and hold on to his humanity, and Damon didn't or couldn't. And as Damon starts to evolve through his, friendship with Elena and, eventually falling in love with her, he is feeling more and more of his humanity. He's letting his humanity back in, and that's growth for him. And it's a slow process. And, this is his character arc. And I really enjoy that. I really enjoy this character who has been evil for 100 years, finding his way back to his humanity. But with Stefan, it's just kind of confusing me because now I'm thinking of it like a switch, like flipping a switch. They literally refer to it as flipping the switch. So it's like if you can flip the switch on and off, then you're still responsible for the fact that you turned it off. You're still responsible for that, knowing that if you turn it off, you're going to do bad things. Now we have Stefan. It was interesting to see Stefan kind of dealing with, struggling with having to be Klaus's wingman, but he's still in love with Elena. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to do this stuff, but also he's kind of enjoying some of this stuff. Like, you can tell that he is enjoying some of it to a certain extent. And so, you know, it's like there's this struggle, and that's really juicy, and I really enjoy that. And of course, I love when Stefan is bad. I love it when he embraces his dark side, because I just think that actor is so good and so fucking scary when he does, and it's just so interesting to me. So I like that struggle. But when Klaus instructs him, when Klaus compels him to turn off his humanity, now I feel like that character development died because he doesn't have a choice in how he's behaving. And I know that I need to trust the writers. Thank you, Libby. I know that I need to trust the writers because they have not let me down yet. So I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that this is like where my head is at. So it's like all of this interesting, juicy stuff that was going on with Stefan, now that he doesn't have the choice whether or not he's got his humanity on or off, that choice has been taken away from him. So it stops that character development in its tracks for right now, as far as I'm concerned, and that's a bummer to me. It's disappointing. Somebody left a comment on episode 302, I think, where, you know, they're basically like, you know, Stefan isn't Damon, we don't need Damon 2.0. And no, I wouldn't want Damon 2.0. And unfortunately, I feel like we were kind of getting that with the whole Twister thing. Like, just because you have your humanity off doesn't mean that you're going to behave like that. And that definitely feels like Damon season 1. Damon seems like the partier, right? He's the one that's going to have the parties with all the girls and play Blood Twister and all of that stuff. Stefan, I know that we did see, you know, some stuff like this and some flashbacks earlier, but I would prefer it if, you know, he was more, like, we can see how sadistic he is. So I would kind of prefer it if he was just like a calmer, cooler, scarier kind of bad guy, if that makes sense. Like, it's so much more menacing to me to be like to not be all wild and crazy. Like, that's super fun, but we have Damon for that. So I don't know if I'm making any sense. I feel like I'm just rambling. I just I don't want Stefan to be like Damon, and I want to see if he's going to be bad, then I want to see Damon, I want to see Stefan being bad in his own way. I love that Elena is training. I think that's awesome. I think that Damon killing Alaric really damaged that friendship and really affected Alaric. So I don't know who initiated the training, but I love it. I think it's perfect. I love the relationship between Elena and Alaric. This whole thing with Bonnie and Jeremy, like Bonnie being super jealous of a ghost, is weird. And I don't think that relationship is going to last. I just feel like this isn't just a bump in the road, but that relationship isn't going to last. I would love to have Anna back. It seemed like she was corporeal at the end there, so maybe she will be back. If we could get her like back, that would be great. She and Jeremy have so much chemistry, and I just really liked Anna. And you know, I'm just not digging the Bearamy. It's not working for me. So I would not be sad if they broke up and Anna came back. But I don't want to get my hopes up. Everybody I like dies. Vicky, you know, it's disappointing because Vicky wasn't a bad person. She was just messed up, and now she's kind of a bad person, and that sucks. Matt, why do we have this character? Again, I know I need to trust the writers, but he just seems really useless and really pointless. So I don't know. He's just, you know, taking up space, I think. And doing a bunch of dumb things. I really liked Catherine in this episode. I really liked her. Trying to feed that poor mouse to the vampire hunter. So that's going to be interesting to have this vampire hunter character. I know he's not going to kill Klaus because I know that Klaus is in the originals, so I'm not, that there's no suspense there. There's, you know, but I wonder if he's going to be a big player for the rest of the season or maybe for the rest of the show. Who knows? That he could be our big bad for the season. I don't know. I don't really know like whose team he's going to be on, or, you know, we don't know anything about him. So that will be interesting. I'm literally just scrolling through the episode because I went on such a tangent that I don't even remember what happened. Tyler. I'm worried about Tyler. So sires are a thing, and it makes you like loyal, but I guess it doesn't always happen. It's rare, so that's interesting. I'm worried for Tyler, and I don't think... Didn't I just say, like 2 episodes ago, I really hope Tyler and Caroline last. I never thought that they were going to be endgame, but I think that that's probably coming to an end pretty soon. I have a bad feeling about that, and about Tyler in general. So, I don't know. Is he going to end up being Klaus's lapdog? Oh my god. That scene between Damon and Elena. Oh God. That was so hot. Really, like, I got warm in here. It was great. Woo, the tension. The tension. I love it. I love it. I think she's going to admit her feelings for him sometime soon. This season, for sure. Maybe the end of the season or something, but we're getting there. No doubt about it. I don't have much to say about Rebecca. I feel pretty neutral toward her. Seems like she's acclimating well to being a teenager in, what is this, 2010, 2011? Oh yeah, and the scene where Damon's cleaning her wounds. That scene was also kind of hot, and she's getting close. She's gonna tell him. So I'm like literally just watching it again. Sorry. Okay. So this whole thing though about Stefan having to protect Elena, it's almost like we're back to last year where she needs to be guarded and protected at all times. So is somebody after Elena again? Because we know that Klaus wants to keep her safe because she's a human blood bag. But when Stefan said, you know, you're under my protection, I'm here to protect you, I just thought that was kind of like a general thing. Like, okay, he's going to keep his eye on Elena and keep her safe if she were to need it. But I didn't get the impression originally that she was like in danger. But the fact that he's with her all the time, he's, you know, at school with her, he's treating it like she's in danger and he has to be there at the ready to protect her. So I would like somebody else to be in danger for once, besides Elena. I really don't want a repeat of season 2 where, you know, she has to be protected. Not that that was bad. I enjoyed all of that, but I would like to do something else this season. So hopefully I'm maybe reading it wrong and that's not the case. Maybe he's just following her around because he's being a dick. Oh, and Mason! See, I've already forgotten about Mason. Again, I ask, what? How is Mason back? That's the third... Is he a ghost? Like, that's the third dead person in this episode. But he threw Damon across the room, so he can't... I mean, if he's a ghost, he's corporeal like how Anna is now. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm really interested. I'm really interested in that. So, I think Damon's in for it, though. Considering how he killed Mason, tortured him. So, I don't think he's in for a fun time next episode. So anyway, okay, I have fucking rambled so much. I don't even know how I'm going to edit this. I apologize in advance. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Thank you so much for listening to my rambling. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time.